What's the total debt, Katie?
Including mortgages?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
About 4.5 million.
Okay, so I was recently watching the Dave Ramsey Show, and there was this episode that I seen where someone had, dig this, $4.5 million in debt. Ooh, if I would have a heart attack, I would just be extremely stressed out. And what makes it worse is the wife is calling in, and she had no idea about what was going on. Listen, this financial infidelity is definitely an issue. People need to be on the same page when it comes to budgeting and finances and making financial decisions, because things like this happen extremely frequently. Now, in $4.5 million, that's a lot. I'm gonna share this video with you guys. I'm gonna give you guys my comments, and I want you guys as well to just drop down your comment as well. Let me know how you feel about the situation. But before I get there, guys, please take the time to leave a comment, hit the like, and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and with your help, I will certainly get there. I'm so close. I'm so close. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Let's get straight to the video.
I am a stay-at-home mom of 2 young kids, and my husband is a business owner. I've been living with my head in the sand for the last couple of years as he's managed the money, and I've just recently discovered how poorly he's been doing that. We are in a world of debt right now and trying to find a path out of it.
You see, that's the problem I see so many times. It's like, listen, you cannot just rely on your one person in the household. Right now, it could be a husband, it could be a wife, it could be anybody. But this situation was the husband. You cannot just rely on one person to handle everything. Okay? That's just insane to me when people do that. They just say, I'm just going to work, or I'm just going to be a stay-at-home mom, and they take care of everything, and that's it. No, your opinion matters. Your input matters, because that's the stuff that happens. Because some people, especially men, they're people pleasers. So they're gonna do all this financial gymnastics in order to make a budget work, in order to make you happy, to make you feel safe. And especially if you have someone that has this entrepreneurial spirit, they're gonna keep on finding ways to just stay optimistic and keep on pumping more money into a business, taking more loans, doing all these things in order for it to make it work. That's why you need to be on the same page with finances. No one should ever get blindsided when it comes to finances.
So what caused you to suddenly become aware?
He called me one day and said, I'm going to tell you before you get home to see the mail today, but we got a foreclosure notice on our house.
Oh my gosh.
Which was due to a second mortgage he took out on our house in order to purchase a warehouse for his business. I naively thought, okay, I'm going to fix this. I'm going to cash out one of my 401ks, pay that off, get the house out of foreclosure, and then we're going to move forward and do everything right from here on out.
You see, that's the worst thing to do, and that's so unfortunate. You know how stressful it is for all of a sudden you get a foreclosure letter in the mail due to the fact of your husband has this entrepreneurial spirit and took a second mortgage out to get this warehouse thing. I guess he has some type of business. We need a warehouse. Man, that gotta be the most scariest thing ever. And this lady, right, with the good intentions, did something that you should never do. She withdrew the money from 401k account in order to take care of it. You never want to do that. I mean, you're gonna get penalized to the core when you do that. That's the worst thing to do. That is your only nest egg you're gonna have in the future. And now you're using it now, getting taxed on and getting penalized on it now.
That was very naive. As I started to dig deeper, I realized the trouble that the business was in. He has a huge overhead and is not making enough to sustain that.
That business seems to be going down in shambles, and she's finding out everything now. Little by little, all this information is starting to trickle in, and she's finding out the situation, and that is really, really, really unfortunate.
So what is he now saying?
He has a very motivated mindset, and he feels like he just needs to keep pushing forward with the business, and things are going to turn around any day, any week, and he's going to be able to fix all of this. Meanwhile, it feels as if things are not getting better. Things seem to be getting worse. Twice this month, he's not been able to make payroll for the employees. I've found out about some IRS debt, some property tax that's delinquent.
So why are you, if once you discovered one thing, why do you not have a conversation when the two of you sit down and he tells you everything? Why are you having to continue to pull the thread on the sweater?
Yeah, I agree with Dave. Why is it she's not finding out all this information? And man, that really is, oh wow. Not being able to make payrolls. Now you have unhappy employees, okay, that could probably retaliate. There's so many things that they could do that you're relying on, you're not even paying them. Then she's starting to find out you're not paying your IRS. So he's about to get foreclosed on the home. He's not paying IRS. He's not making payroll. The situation is just snowballing and becoming worse and worse and worse. Man, I don't even know where to even begin in a situation like this.
We're all on the same page today.
What's the total debt, Katie?
Including mortgages?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
About $4.5 million.
Okay. And how much is the mortgage on your home?
Our mortgage is, we owe $480 on the house, plus the second mortgage, which is $400, so about $880.
Okay. What's the house worth? What's the house worth?
Probably 1.1.
Okay. What's the mortgage on the warehouse? Is there one?
The mortgage on the yes, there is. The mortgage on the warehouse, we owe about 3.3 on it, and the monthly payment on that is about $26,000.
This whole thing just sounds like a big mess, man. Listen, everyone wants to be an entrepreneur, and that's the problem, man. Not everybody is built for this. They're jeopardizing. I mean, listen, if it was just a business, that's one thing, right? I mean, the business fails, you go bankrupt, that's okay. But you start mixing in your mortgage in your home, getting a second mortgage to take care of this. It's just a mess. I mean, it's a mess. I don't even know how she's not breaking down the call. I mean, to find out you're $4.5 million in debt, okay? And you're finding out all these things. It just feels like, where has this lady been that she has not put her foot down, try to control her husband and tell him, listen, you're putting the family at risk. You really need to sit down and figure this out because it's not working.